All right, so I am going to
Good
put you
job.
guys on mute, just so you can all see me, if that's perfectly fine. If
Yeah.
sometimes through the stretches you're having massive problems, just unmute yourself and scream and shout at me so I can see you. And then also with all of these stretches, just go as far as you can in them. Don't feel like you need to push yourself to the nth degree to get as far as I can go. Possibly you might even go further, but just go until you feel a good stretch. It should be enjoyable, it shouldn't be painful. All right, let's get going. So I'm just gonna mute you guys. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna start off with, we're just gonna start off stretching a little bit of your back. So find a space on the floor. All right, so find a space on the floor. You're just going to be sitting on your bottom. Your feet are going to come together, and we're just going to rock forward, leaning over your legs, stretching your back, stretching your hips. And we're going to hold this for 2 minutes. Really just let that back roll, let your head rock forward, let your body ease into the stretch. You can tuck your hands underneath your legs. You can also do that just to get a bit of a further stretch. All right, and you're going to gently come out of that one. All right, what we're going to do next, we've got 2 options for this. If you have maybe a small chair, something that you can place your arms on top of, you can do that. Or if you've got a foam roller near you, you can use that. If not, you're just going to place your hands on the floor. We're going to go into our prayer position. So hands out in front of us, stretching, popping our head through our arms, stretching that back. Obviously, if you don't have anything, you're just going to pop your hands on the floor and then push your head through your arms. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes. If you've got something you want to pop your hands on, chair, table, whatever you have near you, you can do that. All right, 2 minutes, let's go. Right, guys, you're going to slowly release your arms out of that one. Slowly come out of that. All right, we're going to do the same thing now, so going back into that prayer. However, now everyone's going to be on the floor. We're going to walk our hands to one side. So if you were here originally, our hands are going to come to one side of our body, stretching out your lat. So you should feel it all along the one side of your body. We're just going to hold it for 1 minute on each side. All right, walk your hands back into the center. Now we're going to walk all the way to the other side, rotating towards your other side, holding for another minute. All right, and walk your hands back into the center. Just ease that stress off of your hand and off of your lats. All right, next one that we're going to go into is called the scorpion. We have done this in some of the classes. So if you've been in a class with me, you've probably done it before. What you're going to do, you're going to be lying on your stomach. Your one hand is going to shoot out to the side. So we'll start off with our right hand going to the side. Your left foot is going to travel towards that side, stretching your biceps, stretching your chest, stretching all of the muscles in the front of your body and a bit of your back. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes on each side. Alright guys, you're going to slowly rock out of that. Release that stretch in your one side. We're going to move on to the other side now. So your opposite arm's going to go towards your side. Other leg's going to come over. We're going to go into that stretch on the other side, holding this for another 2 minutes. Keep holding that stretch, guys. Keep holding. You've got another 15 seconds. Alright, and slowly rock out of that. Slowly release that stretch in your shoulder. Alright, you're going to stay on the floor. You're going to do one that we haven't done beforehand. And it's going to be working on that internal rotation of your shoulder. This can be quite a tricky one, so please just take it gently. Don't push the stretch too far. Only take it to where you can take it. Don't push this one. Alright, you're going to be lying on your side. I want you to lie directly on top of your shoulder, so your shoulders will be aligned. What we're going to do, we're just going to slowly push this arm down. So you're pushing this hand down until you reach your end range of motion. From there, we're just going to apply slight resistance just for a minute, slowly easing our way, seeing if we can get it to a little bit further down. We're going to be doing that for 1 minute. This is working on your internal rotation of your shoulder. So just gently push it down. Just take it until where you can feel the stretch. Right, guys, and slowly release that. We're going to be flopping onto the other arm. So swap onto the other side. We're going to go into that on your other arm. Remember, shoulder directly in line with your other shoulder. Be all the way on top of your shoulder. We're going to be rocking forward, slowly easing our arm down for a minute. You might find that one arm's got a little bit better internal rotation than the other. For instance, my left arm is much better than my right arm. Right, and slowly release that stretch. Let your arm come back up to neutral. Right, so I want you guys to just be on your knees. We're going to be stretching off your wrists. All right, so for this next one, it's also a very good warm up, not only a good stretch, but if you ever needed to do push-ups, burpees, anything like that, fantastic warm up. We're just going to have our arms out in front of us, so hands flat on the floor in front of us. All we're going to do is just rock over our wrists, making sure that our hands stay flat on the floor. Try keeping your fingers flat on the floor. We're just going to rock over, stretching those wrists out. We're going to rock forward, just finding that range of motion just for a minute. You can make small circles, find whatever area is tightest in your wrists. So if it's small circles, leaning forward, just edging your weight over your wrists. Be gentle with this, don't push it too far. Alright guys, what we're going to do now, your hands are going to come rock over, your fingers are going to be pointing towards you. This is a little bit of a harder one. Be gentle with it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to slowly just sit back, trying to get our bottom onto the floor, slowly easing our weight backwards. So in this position, we're just going to be rocking backwards on those wrists. We're just going to hold this for about a minute. So ease yourself backwards, feeling a stretch up the front of your forearms. This can be quite an intensive stretch, so just take it gently. Right, and slowly release that stretch out of your wrists. Give those a bit of a shake off. They're going to feel nice and stretched now. So just give me a few rotations one way and then a few rotations the other way. All right, guys, we're going to move on to your legs now, starting with something called the pancake stretch. It's just a forward fold practically. What I want you to do, legs are going to come out either side. Doesn't have to be completely straight, just wherever you can feel a stretch in your inner thigh. What we're going to do from here is we're just going to lean forward as far as we can. We're going to hold this for a solid 3 minutes, all right? So really leaning forward, easing into that stretch. You should feel a nice stretch on your inner thigh. That stretch starts releasing. If you can inch yourself a little bit further towards the ground, you can. Right, and slowly walk your arms of that stretch. Release that stretch of your inner thigh. Give those legs a bit of a shake out. Good stretch on those inner thighs. All right, what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to do a stretch called the squat opener stretch. So if you struggle with squat mobility, very good one for you guys. So let me just pop this up slightly so you can see me. And what we're going to be doing is you're going to come into your squat. So feet just outside your hips. We're going to drop down into your bottom of your squat, and we're literally just going to hold this squat, getting our hands on the inside of our thighs, pushing our legs out either side. If you can't go that low, and that's as low as you can go, that's fine. We're just going to hold your end range of motion, working on a little bit of that squat mobility. We're going to hold the squat for 2 minutes, focusing on keeping your chest nice and upright and dropping down. Right, let's go. You guys are going to gently come out of that. So stand up, give those legs a bit of a shake out. That's probably been a nice, good old stretch for you guys. All right. What we're going to do next is we're just going to stretch off your glutes. So I want you to come lie on your back. So you're going to lie on your back. You're going to tuck the one leg onto the other leg. From here, you're just going to pull that leg up, stretching off that glute. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes each side. All right, guys, and you can just release that one leg. All right, so the leg that was stretching, give it a bit of a shake off. We're going to swap onto the other side. So now your other leg's going to come tucked in, and we're going to hold this other side for 2 minutes. All right, and gently release that other leg. You can sit up, give those legs a bit of a shake out. Release that stretch in your glutes. All right, then just stretch off your hamstrings. So both legs are going to be shooting out in front of you. We're just going to be leaning over our legs, trying to touch our toes, trying to get our chest to our legs. We're just going to hold this for 2 minutes, just letting our body weight and gravity pull us down to our legs. And gently roll out of that. Gently release that stretch in your hamstrings. And you might have possibly also felt it in your back. All right, next one that we're going to go into, we're just going to come into a nice lunge position. So one leg's going to be in front of us, other leg, we're just going to shoot forward, just in that nice lunge position. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes. So you should feel it in your quad, you might feel it down here, you might also feel it in the other hip, if you have some tightness in that hip. Right, and slowly release that stretch on one side. We're going to go into your other side now. So flopping onto your other side. Going into that nice deep lunge position. Holding this for 2 minutes. Right, and slowly come out of that one. Slowly but surely come out of that. Right, guys, we've got one last stretch that we're going to do. So it's just going to be a forward, a standing hamstring stretch, but we're going to be crossing our feet over. So in your stretch, one leg's going to come over the other leg. We're going to lean forward just to stretch the hamstring in that one leg specifically. So the front leg could be bent, back leg's going to be straight, holding the stretch for 1 minute. Right, change onto the other side. So then you're going to change. Other leg's going to cross over, going down onto that other leg, holding for again 1 minute. All right, and gently come out of that one. Lovely work today, guys. You're all done and dusted, all stretched and ready for the day. Hope you enjoyed, hope you're feeling good. Let me just unmute you guys. There we go. You should all be unmuted now. Hopefully your body's feeling a bit more
Thank you,
stretched.
Georgia.
Always a pleasure, guys. Hope you had fun.
Oh, very well. Very stretched.
Anything specifically you guys found that was quite challenging that you thought was quite sore?
Well, the first stretch, that back stretch, when you're leaning over your legs out. Wow.
Yeah. I also find that incredibly good, especially if you're sitting at a desk all day. All of your back muscles, all of your upper back muscles are super tight. I don't know if you sit at a desk, so that just to release all of those muscles is fantastic.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, no, but really nice work, everyone. Duncan, how did you find it?
Yeah, I found that a bit painful, but good.
Nice. All right. You guys will have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
You too. Georgia, what's the best email address to send you something?
Georgia must. Do you know how to spell Georgia?
Yeah.
Georgia at intotraining.fit.
Okay.
So
Thank
it's
you.
similar to the generic one, but just Georgia in front of it.
Okay. Perfect.
See you later. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guys.
Georgia, where do you want to send the things about the music?
Oh, I can actually just tell you now because it's super duper simple. Do you have Spotify on your computer?
Yeah.
So there's two ways you can do it. You can either just play Spotify and then your computer, because it's just on your computer, if you put the volume up, it sounds pretty fine. So for instance, if I just play Spotify now, so
Got the Zoom class running.
yeah, then
Okay.
it should be fine. Then you can also, you know, at the bottom, you can share your screen
Yeah.
on Zoom. So just at the bottom, it says share screen. And then what it will do, it'll come up with a whole list of different options of what you can share. But right at the bottom, it says share computer sound instead of sharing a screen. Do you want to have a look-see?
I'm trying to.
I'm going to
I've got
I'm
an
going to
iPad.
share an iPad. Okay. I'm going to share my actual screen with you. So you should be, oh, but then I can't share it. All right. Let me see if I can. Can you see at the top here, if I press share screen, right over there, it says share computer sound.
No, but I can see your emails.
Oh. Okay. Now you can see my emails. All right. I think it's not lets me share that specific part with you. But when you tap share screen, let me stop the share. When you press share screen, it comes up with a big block of things. And right at the bottom,
I know why I can't. It says only host can share. So if I was hosting, then I can do it.
Yes. All right. So when you host, but personally, honestly, I prefer just playing music generically because sometimes the share screen, it doesn't work nicely and then it will share your whole entire screen even though you've just pressed share computer sound. It's very bipolar. So easiest option is just to play the music on your computer. It sounds fine. We haven't had any complaints on my side.
Sounds fine, which is why I was like, well, I want to do that, but
yeah.
It just didn't want to do it for me. But so you can use Spotify because when you go online and ask questions, it says to use iMusic. I don't use iMusic very often.
No.
I'm a Spotify.
I have iTunes and Spotify, but iTunes, it doesn't have nice playlists. Ooh, Abby's with us.
Hi, Georgia.
How you doing?
Sorry.
So no stress. So Spotify has nice playlists, obviously, and then it works for me. It's what we use at the gym. So if you have Spotify, go forward with that.
Deeks, move. Very annoying.
All
Right,
See,
okay.
see how you
I'll
get
see
on
how
with that.
that
If you
goes.
have,
And if
yeah, if you have any more questions, just
I'll
let me
you
know.
know. Okay, perfect. Take care. Bye, Abby.
All right, cheers.
Hi,
How
sorry
you
to
doing,
crash.
Abby?
Hey, Georgia. I thought it was easiest to jump back on and ask you a quick question.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
I had my my coach session with Jen the other night, and I asked her
Yes.
about my butterfly sit-ups because they're really slow, and she asked me
Yeah.
to record me doing them, which I have done, but I don't have her email address, and it just jogged my mind because you were giving your address. Do you know Jen's
Yeah.
address, please?
It should be jen@intotraining.fit.
Okay, JENN.
Yeah, let me just double check because I'll have some
Oh, thank
emails
you.
from her.
Cool.
What are you struggling with? Just the speed?
Yeah, I mean, my core's pretty strong. I think. But my biceps are just so. I feel like I'm protecting my lower back because I've had some issues, and I don't want them to be uncontrolled, and therefore they just feel like they're a lot slower than everyone else's when we're doing kind of 30 or 40 butterflies. I'm just really slow.
Yeah. So I'm sure Jen will give you her recommendations. My recommendations from not even seeing your sit-ups, make sure you're using your arms. Arms are essential. That fling of your arm from behind of your head to come up, that's going to generate a lot of momentum. Obviously, if you're flinging yourself up, you do have to be, if you've had issues with your back, just be careful. It shouldn't damage your back. It shouldn't. It shouldn't agitate it, but just take it gently.
Yeah.
Also,
cool.
one thing that I like to do is do sit-ups without arms. So having your hands on your chest, because then you'll build up massive core strength. So when you go doing assisted ones with your arms, they're a lot easier. Those are my two tips.
Butterfly ones with cross.
Yeah, so let me quickly show you. So if I do a normal butterfly sit-up, I have my hands over here though. So when I go down and when I go back up, it's like so much harder to get up. But then when I have my hands, then I can just easily fling forward.
Sure,
so
okay.
Just building a lot more core strength. Jenny's email is jenny@intotraining.fit.
JENNI?
IE.
Okay, awesome. Sorry,
All
Jenny. Right. So Jenny@into
training.fit. Let me just, I'm going to send on the chat quickly.
It's so early.
No, don't stress. Jenny@intotraining. I would forget. There we go. I would forget. There
brilliant.
You go.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Always my pleasure.
Awesome. Oh, I've lost you. Where are you? How do I get back in? Thank you. Oh, there we go. Cheers. Yeah, cheers to that. Enjoyed that mobility. Thanks very much.
Always my pleasure. Have a lovely day.
Thanks, and you. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.